For most people watching this video, this will be a review, and we're going to take a look at complex numbers before we begin this linear algebra series. And essentially what we need to remember about complex numbers, let's say z is going to be a complex number. We just need to remember how they're going to be formed. So complex number, and these are going to be numbers that are going to be formed with the following, I guess, recipe, if you will. They will have x plus I, y. Now, what exactly are these numbers going to be, right? So x is going to be a real number. Y is going to be a real number. So this is going to be formed by the addition of a real number with another real number that's multiplied by something over here. And with I, we need to know that I has the property. So this has the property of I squared is equal to -1. So that's essentially what we need to remember about this, right? So we see that we are creating these complex numbers using real numbers, which is going to mean that the realm of complex numbers is going to be bigger than the realm of real numbers. There's going to be more complex numbers than there are real numbers because we are using real numbers to make this, and we are adding another property on top of it. So that's going to allow us to have more complex numbers than we do real numbers. So I'll show you one last thing. I'm not going to get this too involved here. I want to keep this video rather basic. So let's go ahead and see how we would write it out. So let's say we want to write out all the complex numbers. We obviously know that if we use this r over here, this is for real numbers. I'm assuming everybody remembers this. So the realm of real numbers is in here. And the one for complex numbers is going to be shown like this. So this is going to be complex numbers. And we can actually go ahead and write out what it's going to be. So if we want to write it like this, we can say that the set of complex numbers, it will be x plus I, y. And this, obviously, you'll have to specify where x and y are part of the realm of real numbers. And you don't have to write anything about I. You can just leave it like that. And you can go ahead and we can draw this on a little plane if we want to just get a bit more specific. So we can go and we can write this out. So this will be r here. This axis will represent r, and we'll have x, we'll have y, and these will meet up at some point over here. Go ahead and we can draw some dotted lines to connect them. And this point over here is going to be your x plus I, y. So that's where the point is going to be. And this axis here is representing the real numbers. So let's say just brief introduction to complex numbers. We're going to see how we can add them and how we can multiply them in the next video to just get a little bit of a bit more of an understanding about why it's important to have these. But we need to remember this property of I squared, right? This property that I squared is equal to -1 is what makes this so important. So that's, essentially the brief overview of complex numbers. If you have any questions or you want a bit more detail, leave a comment below and I'll either make a more detailed video or I'll just answer you straight up if it's an easy question. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, make sure you subscribe. It means a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.